G'day and welcome back to that new hobby high, Ultramarines from scratch. The week has been pretty busy hobby-wise, very busy work-wise and extremely busy family-wise. And I've got a little bit done, not as much as I would like, but enough. I feel content with my progress for this week. I can only get a few hours in, but what I did get done, I'm rather happy with. So this week I got a 4,000 point game in. I got a video of it, even better, and it'll be posted at the end of this video. It was against the Whitescars, against Rob's all-bike army, like jet bikes and scooter bikes, and I think there was a Land Raider in there, which had a few of those special Whitescar cataphracti. It also had the Khan, and it was spectacular. It was spectacular. The army was spectacular. The game was spectacular. And my loss was spectacular. It was a fucking good fun game. First one I've had in months. And by Christ, I was thirsty for it. I really needed it. It was good fun. Second is, I finished a book. I finished Primarch's book, Reboot Guilliman. And I'll go through that in a wee bit. And the third is I've been trying to do, as requested, a painting video and showing you my process on how I do a unit of 10. And I think that video will pretty much fucking ruin me, because you'll look at it and you go, this fella, he's a bit of a fucking joke. Yeah, they look good at the end result, but if you compare the way I go through doing things with the hoity-toity, la-di-da, bloody frou-frou ways of a lot of the people who do these painting videos, like, oh, simply stipple this here. Bring this colour back towards this way and freaking add this. Make sure you thin your paint correctly and freaking da-di-da-di-da, frou, fa. Where I'm just like, slap the fucking paint on it, get it done. This unit's about 70%, about 40% done. Took me a freaking hour. So that's getting that. Yeah, I'm not going to win myself any friends by showing you how I fucking paint. But it will answer a few questions, I guess, of how I get them painted quickly and looking somewhat decent. The other thing is I've spent a good couple of hours getting the other 10 of these despoilers ready, and I did a little bit of work on the Praetor as well. So all in all, I only got about 5 hours painting time this week, and 3 out of 3 4,000 point game. Which was spectacular. So, yeah, we'll start off with the book, because that was a really, really, really good read. David Ananandale, and it's basically all about, it's an interesting book to me, because you actually see Reboot Guilliman's inner thought processes and his cognition, him thinking. And it starts off with the despoilers being these destroyers, these lads being one of the lads being stifled out of a promotion and another fella put in his place, and they're a bit grumpy about that. And then Guilliman tells the second in command, Gage, that he's written a will, and he gets a bit of a sad about that. And then they go to this planet. And they start to freaking kill orcs, and they kill a fucking lot of orcs. It's interesting to see that in the book he actually physically chooses to change from his sword to his power fist in the middle of the game. And basically they fight in the middle of these underground caverns and pyramids, and eventually Guilliman comes up to a big orc and kills him in 3 big hits. And the rest of the orcs get freaking melted by phosphex, by the destroyers, and they all become one big happy big blue family. And it is fucking spectacular. There is a bit at the end where it says, this planet was entirely dedicated to war. How could humans survive in a freaking situation dedicated to war? And I'm going, well, I don't know 40k very well, but I'm pretty much guessing that's the gist of 40k. Now, like I said, I've only been playing 30k a year. I haven't read all the lore, but I'm guessing that 30k is coming out of this uplifting time, right, where everything's going well, and then freaking falls to shit with the Horus Heresy, obviously. But the 40k universe, it's just war and grim and darkness. And I haven't gotten into any of that sort of aspect of the story. It's just been this. But yeah, I think it's sort of like a telltale story about the, you know, the collapse maybe of the future in the 40th millennium. Another thought that randomly hit me like this, and just tell me what you think. Right, the Roman Empire, right? It fell when the bloody emperors became bloody useless, and they were attacked simultaneously by the Germanic tribes who had horns on their head, like horns on their helmets, like Chaos, and also attacked from the other side by the bloody Mongol hordes. So do you think that, like if Ultramar and the 500 worlds ever fall, it'll be through Chaos and the Whitescars coming the other way? Probably not, but I couldn't help but think there's a freaking similarities there. Anyway, that is a fucking absolute cracker of a book. I 100% fucking really, really, really enjoyed it. Might try and find it and buy it myself, because this is a rental. But yeah, it's I do like, if nothing else, I like these little tasters in between the chapters. I like them better than the books. I would like to see a book written in this style, like Guilliman's Treatise on Disaster. I'll just read it out to you. The clear-eyed understanding of war must preforce, including the understanding of disaster. If the disaster is the reality, and that will... fuck this up. Anyway, it's written fancy. I can read it in my head good. Reading it out loud, I look like a clusterfuck. But disaster waits in error, in chance, and in the unforeseen. The unskilled leader will seek to stave off disaster, but over a sufficiently long time period, disaster will always become inevitable. It is not in regard with such, however. Fatalism is as injurious to battlefield as success is to naivety. But the battle must be fought as if the disaster is impossible until the disaster is real. How the disaster is countered will be the true test. It's very poetic and flowy, and there's like little statements of it all the way through at the start of each chapter, and that shit is the bomb. I want a book written like that. Anyway, brilliant book. Thank you very much, Nick, lent it to me. Really appreciate it, mate. It was a solid novel. Probably took me longer to read it than it should have, because I didn't want to take it out to the desert and freaking into all those hot places. So it had to stay home, and I could only read it in bits and bobs when I was allowed. And with a 2-year-old, you don't get a lot of fucking time to read. Nemesis are coming along very nicely. They're at about 80% done. I'm waiting for some more of this wash. The 2 storehouses I get at 2 hobby shops don't have it. And it is crucial to all my painting. So I can't do these. I can't finish these off, and I can't finish these off without buying some of that. And it might be about another week before it comes in. So the next on the project, because these have been washed, is to finish these bloody veterans with Nemesis. Get these kicked in the dick and away. The video involving these has been spectacular so far. It's coming along nicely. I'm very happy with it, but it will be a couple more weeks in the making. Like I said, just the fucking editing up and getting everything together, and the fucking file space on my phone is extraordinary. So I am progressing with a how-to vid, and it should come out all right. But like I said, I don't think you'll be impressed. The other thing was this big Whitescars game I played, and by Christ, it was so good. It was just nice to be rolling dice. Really, really nice to be rolling dice again and just getting into it. The other thing is I got a 4,000 point battle, 4,000 point game coming up, tournament at Beyond Odyssey. Really looking forward to that. Am not able to confirm what I want to freaking put forward as a list. It's a be all end all, bring everything sort of a game. Like if you wanted to bring Lords of War or Primarch or something utterly broken, then fucking do it, because it's 4,000 points. Anyone should be able to freaking field something to counter that. So I'm expecting Lords of War, Primarchs, heaps of elites, heaps of this, heaps of that. I'm really, really tempted to just go troops. I can paint up another 20 tactical squads, or I can paint up some more Nemesis. But I know for a fact there's going to be a Titan with a couple of Mega Bolters fucking there, which would just freaking wipe my army off in 2 turns. I don't know. I'm enjoying it. I'm not fucking too fussing about it too much. I'm just enjoying painting it. I'm enjoyed the game. I'm enjoying the week, and everything's going well. Anyway, I'm going to leave you after this with the Whitescars battle report, which is mainly me getting my ass kicked and you watching me take off chunks of men at a time. Yeah, love a lot of yous. Give your missus a kiss, and I'll see yous all later. Cheerio. Righto, so 4000k battle, Whitescars versus Ultramarines, using War of Lies and just a standard setup either side of the table. 5 tokens, each token is worth a different amount of points. There's a fuck ton of bikes there. There you can see the Khan sitting there on his very custom bike. More bikes, 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 a couple of speeders, and a Proteus. And there's even more scout bikes there. Well, I'm running 3 Spartans with 10 Terminators in each, a Damocles with a Praetor and 5 Melder Boys, and two 10-man units in Rhinos. And that's the table at the start of the game. At the end of turn 2, I'd lost a Rhino, I'd lost a Spartan, I'd lost 9 Terminators, and the Whitescars had jumped in, jumped out, and really just I hadn't killed a fucking thing. It was the speed and the amount of damage they can put out with melters and Volkites is ob-fucking-scene. So that's the starter into turn 1. And yeah, I think literally I only killed about 3 bikes. Oh no, I've killed 10 motorcycles. Okay, turn 2, turn 3, everything's racing forward. The Praetor jumped out, and I forgot the Praetor can't charge. I managed to get a charge off on the Khan's unit, but he pulled away, while the las cannon Spartans were slowly starting to whittle away at some of the bikes at the back. But their turns were numbered. It was those 3 bikes just hammering at a single tactical squad. This is the turn 4, I think the second to last turn. I'd killed a good portion of everything, but the Khan was still waiting behind that hill, waiting to freaking gank me. I'd lost the heavy squad. My Damocles was destroyed. My Rhinos were destroyed. I had one dude hiding on that hill there, trying to get that objective that those 3 bikes are sitting on. Went about as well as you would think. The 2 Spartans there were still potting away at all the other units on the other side of the board, vainly trying to hold on to that objective. But eventually they popped. The Praetor died. That popped. The Praetor died heroically, by the way. That popped. The Khan took out the last of my 2 Thunderhammer Terminators, and my Raider popped, and I was completely tabled. It was such a good game. I haven't played in months, and this was thoroughly enjoyable. Thank you very much for this, Rob, mate. It was spectacular. 27 points to 7.